A man fighting with a teenage boy outside a convenience store, and it's captured on video what may have led up to the scuffle. And a happy ending for one street vendor whose fruit stand was destroyed by a man with an axe, how the community stepped up to help him in a big way.
The Rundown, brought to you by Goal Zero.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. One video is upsetting parents in the Valencia neighborhood. It shows a man in a brawl with a teenager outside of a Circle K. Well, that's the area where students from Rio Norte Middle School usually gather on their way home from school. We don't know what exactly started the altercation on Tuesday, but some teens we spoke to say the man was upset that they were blocking the door to the convenience store.
Just some random guy walks out the door, telling us to back off and starts pushing us, and we didn't take that too lightly.
Very scary and very sad. I mean, how could you be that unstable to snap like that?
The teenager was not seriously hurt. Police are asking for the public's help to identify the man in the video and say they want to speak with him. Newly updated COVID boosters will soon be available to kids and adults in just a few weeks. Every American over the age of 12 will be eligible for the shot. The new boosters target the Omicron subvariants as well as the original strain of the virus. They're expected to work much better at preventing infection and serious illness. Right now, the CDC says the BA.5 variant is responsible for nearly 90% of new COVID cases in the country. Tough new outdoor watering restrictions are coming to Pasadena starting September 1st. Residents are only allowed to water their lawns one day per week. If you have an even-numbered street address, that'll happen on Mondays. People living in homes with odd-numbered addresses can water on Tuesdays, and it can only happen before 9 a.m. or after 6 p.m. All right, are you ready for some cooler weather? Hang in there. Meteorologist Shauna Mendiola is here to let us know when we'll get some relief from the heat.
Hi, everybody. All right, let's take a look at the next few days because temperatures are going to come down before they go back up next week. You can call it a break from the heat as we take temperatures down to the lower 90s in the valleys as we hit to Saturday and Sunday. But next week, once again, looking at hot temperatures, and we are going to continue to see that chance of afternoon storms over the deserts and mountains. It's a very scattered chance, 20 to 40% chance here, occasionally day by day, but it's because we still have that monsoon humidity in place. So with a ridge of high pressure overhead, keeping things dry for us in the lower elevations, it's pulling that tropical air our way, and so we'll watch the chance of afternoon storms in our mountains and deserts all the way through next week. We're also going to watch the heat as long as that ridge of high pressure is in place.
LA County Coroner has ruled actress Anne Heche's death an accident. Heche crashed her Mini Cooper into a home in Mar Vista nearly 2 weeks ago. She spent several days in the hospital before she was taken off life support last weekend. The county coroner said Heche died from breathing in too much smoke and from burns. She also suffered a sternal fracture. The LAPD closed its investigation into the crash. Yet another neighborhood is left shaken and concerned after a 71-year-old woman was beaten and robbed inside of her own home. It happened Wednesday in Beverly Grove in the middle of the day. Police say a masked man entered the woman's home and pistol whipped her before gaining access to a safe. He got away with about 500 high-end watches and then took off. We're told the woman will recover from her injuries, but she's left shaken along with neighbors who heard what happened.
Makes us think twice about, whether or not this is a place for us to be living.
The police are doing as much as they can, but I don't know if their hands are tied by politics or what have you, but I think something's got to change.
Detectives were seen going door to door to find any security video that could help them figure out who did it. They don't know if this was a follow-home robbery.
I'm a power blackout, and I'm going to put you in the dark. What is that?
It's the Yeti 3000X solar generator, a home backup system from Goal Zero. Take that, blackout.
We're now hearing from the Newberry Park woman who was the only survivor of this lightning strike in Washington, D.C. Amber Escudero Constastathis was standing outside the White House back on August 4th, raising money for refugees when a storm rolled into the region. Just moments later, lightning hit a tree, injuring her and killing 3 others. Secret Service agents performed CPR on her to restart her heart. Doctors weren't sure if she would survive, but now Amber says she's making huge strides in her recovery.
I'm not sure why I'm the one that pulled through, but I'm definitely grateful, and I'm not gonna waste my second chance at life.
Amber suffered serious burns, but she says they are starting to heal. She's looking forward to getting back to work with the International Rescue Committee. You might remember the troubling video we showed of a man with an axe attacking a Woodland Hills street vendor, destroying his fruit stand. After our story aired, many people reached out to us wanting to do something to help. As NBC4's Hetty Chang shows us, they got that chance.
I sat there and I was horrified and so moved.
Dave Velasquez, a retiree who lives in Santa Monica, met us in South Los Angeles because he says he just had to do something.
Get out!
This after he saw our story showing a man aggressively approaching fruit vendor Jonathan Alvarez, then returning with an axe to destroy the 20-year-old's fruit stand.
And I couldn't help but thinking that this young man's American dream was just violently shattered by this crazed man.
Velasquez says in those moments he not only felt for Alvarez, who just moved here from Mexico a year ago. Velasquez says he also thought of his own immigrant upbringing.
And I could just think about me as the paperboy on my bike and having some man assault me.
When Velasquez heard it would take about $1,000 for Alvarez to replace all his destroyed equipment to get up and running again. How do you feel about meeting him?
Excited, yeah.
He went straight to the bank to pull out $1,000. Two strangers met for the first time. You brought something to give Jonathan.
It's $1,000 for you to get started again on your business.
Muchísimas gracias, en verdad, se lo agradezco.
He hopes this doesn't happen again and that he's very thankful for this.
The help did not stop here. This woman, who did not want to show her face, also contacted us and also showed up with $1,000.
Hopefully this will get you on new supplies to continue working.
Alvarez says he's surprised and forever grateful, and with this help, he hopes to sell fruits again as early as this weekend. LAPD tells us they're still actively searching for the man seen vandalizing Alvarez's stand. But Alvarez says he plans to return to the very same corner in Woodland Hills with his new fruit stand and a renewed faith in humanity.
Hopefully restore for him the faith in what I call the American dream.
In Los Angeles, Hetty Chang, NBC4 News.
Lebron James isn't going anywhere. He signed an extension to stay with the Lakers. LeBron agreed to a 2-year, $97 million contract extension. This makes him the highest earning player in the NBA in NBA history, with $532 million in guaranteed career money. The new deal also opens the possibility of LeBron sharing the court with his son, Bronny. He's publicly stated his desire to play with his 17-year-old son. Bronny is a senior at Chatsworth Sierra Canyon High and will be NBA eligible next year. A little boy in Fontana got a big birthday surprise. Fontana officers sang happy birthday to David and gifted him with money and a brand new bike. Last week, his mom says she took him to swim lessons and someone broke into her car. Her purse with $1,000 was stolen. Well, that was money she had saved up for bills and for her son's birthday party. She says she was really touched by the gesture.
It's very special because this money is for him. It's to make him happy. We cried a lot last week, for what happened, but now we're crying because we're happy.
She says she hopes police find whoever stole her purse before it happens to someone else. And shout out to the Fontana officers for stepping up. I love it when the community comes together to help someone in need. We love to see it. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout your morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.